Right now, your cat is waiting for something from you. Not food, not a toy, something you've never thought to give them. 10 gestures, 10 seconds each, that your cat has been hoping you'd figure out. Some cats wait their entire lives. Stay until number 5, because yours doesn't have to wait anymore. Let's start with number 1, the 10-second greeting rule. Let me ask you something honest. When you walk through your door after a long day, what do you do first? You put down your bag, check your phone, maybe head straight to the kitchen. And your cat? They're sitting right there, watching you, waiting. Here's what most people don't know. To a cat, the moment you walk in the door is one of the most emotionally significant moments of their entire day. They've been waiting for you, watching the door, listening for your footsteps. And when you walk past them, without acknowledging them, they feel it. Not the way humans feel rejection. Dramatic, vocal, obvious. Cats feel it quietly. They stop coming to the door. They stop waiting. Slowly, they stop expecting anything from you at all. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. The moment you walk in, before your phone, before your bag, before anything, you spend 10 seconds with your cat. Get low. Say their name, let them sniff your hand. One slow stroke from head to tail. That's it. 10 seconds. But to your cat, those 10 seconds say, "You matter to me. You were the first thing I thought about when I came home." Cats remember patterns. Do this consistently, and within a week, you will notice your cat's entire energy around you changes. More relaxed, more affectionate, more present, because now they know you always come back, and you always acknowledge them first. Number 2, touch the spot they can't reach. This is the one most owners completely overlook. And it's so simple, it's almost embarrassing. Think about your cat's body for a second. They're incredibly flexible, but there are spots they physically cannot groom themselves. The top of the head, the back of the neck, right between the shoulder blades. In the wild, cats who live in groups groom each other in these exact spots. It's called allo-grooming, and it's one of the primary ways cats bond with each other. It signals, "We are family. I take care of you." When you gently scratch or massage those unreachable spots, you're not just giving your cat physical relief. You're speaking the language of feline family bonds. Watch your cat's reaction closely. Their eyes will half close. Their purr will deepen. Some cats will literally push their head into your hand like they cannot get enough. That response? That's not just enjoyment. That's your cat experiencing the exact same feeling of safety and belonging they'd feel with a trusted companion. 10 seconds of scratching the back of the neck tells your cat something no amount of expensive food ever could. You see me. You know what I need. You are mine, and I am yours. And here's a question for the comments. Does your cat have a specific spot they go absolutely crazy for? Drop it below. The answers are always hilarious. Number 3, talk to them in a specific tone, not just any voice. Most cat owners talk to their cats, but almost none of them talk correctly. And that difference, that tiny difference in how you use your voice, is the gap between a cat who perks up when you speak and a cat who completely ignores you. Here's what science actually found. Researchers at the University of Paris studied how cats respond to human voices. The results were shocking. Cats don't respond to just any voice. They respond specifically to the tone you use only with them. That high, soft, slightly melodic voice you instinctively use with your cat. Researchers call it cat-directed speech, and cats are literally wired to respond to it. But here's the part nobody talks about. The consistency of that tone matters more than the words. When you use that specific voice, the one reserved only for them, your cat's brain registers something remarkable. This sound means I am safe. This sound means someone who loves me is near. It's like a password, a secret frequency, one that belongs only to the two of you. So the next time you walk past your cat, don't just glance at them. Say their name, in that voice, softly, once. Watch their ears rotate toward you like tiny satellites. Watch their body relax. Watch their tail do that slow, gentle curl. That reaction? That's not a cat being cute. That's a cat whose nervous system just received a signal that says, you are loved. You are home. 10 seconds of the right voice does more for your bond than an hour of forced playtime ever could. Number 4, never punish silence with absence. This one is going to sting a little, because almost every cat owner does this without even realizing it. Your cat ignores you, doesn't come when called, sits across the room, looks at you once, then looks away. And what do? You stop trying. You give them space. You think, fine, if they don't want me, I don't want them either. It feels like a reasonable response. But to your cat, it sends a devastating message. Cats are not dogs. They don't show affection loudly, constantly, obviously. But that doesn't mean they're not watching you, feeling you, needing you. When a cat goes quiet, when they sit alone, when they seem distant, that is often not independence. That is a cat who has learned that asking for attention doesn't always work. So, they stopped asking. And when you respond to their silence with your own absence, you confirm exactly what they feared. When I need you most, you disappear. The fix takes 10 seconds and costs nothing. Walk over. Don't demand anything. Don't pick them up. Don't force a reaction. Just sit nearby. Let your presence be the message. No words needed. No performance needed. Just, I'm here, even when you're quiet, even when you don't ask. I'm still here. Cats remember this. They catalog every moment you showed up without being asked. And over time, those moments become the foundation of something most cat owners spend years trying to build and never quite reach. Unconditional trust. Number 5, the forehead press. If your cat has ever pressed their forehead against you, you might have smiled and moved on. You shouldn't have, because that gesture has a name. It's called bunting, and it is one of the most intimate things a cat can do with a living creature. Here's why it matters. Cats have scent glands concentrated in very specific areas: the cheeks, the chin, and directly on the forehead. When your cat presses their forehead against you, they are depositing their scent on you, deliberately, intentionally. In feline social language, this means one thing: you belong to my inner circle, not the outer world, not strangers, my circle, my family, mine. And here's the part that will change how you respond to this forever. You can bunt back. Lower your forehead slowly toward your cat. Let them make contact first. Never force it. But when they press their head against yours, hold still. Let it last. Breathe quietly. In that moment, you are not a human and a cat. You are two creatures speaking the oldest, most honest language in the world. The language of, I choose you. Most cats who experience this reciprocated bunting become noticeably more attached, more likely to seek you out, more likely to sleep near you. Because you didn't just receive their love, you answered it. And every creature on this planet, no matter how small, no matter how quiet, needs to know that when they reach out, someone reaches back. Number 6, never wake a sleeping cat. Here's a scenario that plays out in millions of homes every single day. Your cat is curled up, completely still, deeply asleep, and you, because you love them, because you can't help it, reach over and pet them anyway. They flinch. Their eyes snap open. Their body tenses for a split second before they recognize you. You think nothing of it, but your cat's nervous system just went through something significant. Here's what you need to understand. Cats are prey animals. Even after thousands of years of domestication, that ancient wiring is still running in the background. When something touches them while they're unconscious, their body doesn't think, oh, it's my owner. Their body thinks threat, react, That microsecond of fear, repeated over weeks, over months, quietly teaches your cat something you never intended to teach them. Even in my most vulnerable moments, I am not completely safe. And a cat who doesn't feel completely safe. They never fully relax around you. They sleep lighter. They startle easier. The deep, boneless, completely surrendered sleep, the kind that means total trust, happens less and less. The fix is simply this: let them sleep. Let them wake naturally. And when they do, that slow blink, that lazy stretch, that soft look they give you when they first open their eyes, respond to that. Meet them there. Because a cat who wakes up feeling safe will always, always come find you first. Number 7, read their tail like a sentence. Most cat owners think a wagging tail means happiness, and that single misunderstanding causes more damaged moments between cats and their owners than almost anything else. Here's the truth. A cat's tail is a complete emotional broadcast. Every position, every movement, every speed tells you something specific. And when you learn to read it, you stop misreading your cat entirely. Tail straight up, tip slightly curled. That is a cat who is genuinely happy to see you. Confident, comfortable. That tail is a greeting. The feline equivalent of a warm smile. Tail low and tucked. Anxiety, uncertainty. Your cat needs space, not closeness right now. Tail puffed up like a bottle brush. Fear or extreme agitation. Whatever is happening, stop it immediately. Tail flicking rapidly at the tip while the rest is still. This is the one most owners miss completely. That quick flick means irritation is building. Your cat is telling you, I'm reaching my limit. Please stop. Most owners see that flick and keep going. And then their cat swipes at them and they call the cat unpredictable. The cat was never unpredictable. The cat was speaking clearly, loudly in their own language, for minutes before that swipe. When you start reading the tail, you stop having bad moments with your cat because you catch the signal before it becomes a reaction. You give space before they need to demand it. And a cat who never has to demand space from you. That cat trusts you with everything. Number 8, the meal ritual that changes everything. You put down the food. Your cat eats. You walk away. That's how most owners handle feeding. And it's one of the biggest missed opportunities in the entire human-cat relationship. Here's what's actually possible in those 3 minutes. In the wild, cats are solitary hunters. Eating is a vulnerable act. Head down, senses occupied, guard partially lowered. When a cat eats in the presence of another creature without fear, that is a profound statement of trust. And you can build on that trust actively in real time every single day. Stay near your cat while they eat, not hovering, just present. Sit nearby. Be calm. Speak softly once or twice. Let them feel your energy as a background of safety while they're in that vulnerable posture. Over time, your cat begins to associate the most vulnerable moments of their day with your presence, and your presence becomes synonymous with safety. But there's a second layer to this that almost nobody uses. Offer one small piece of food directly from your hand before putting the bowl down. Just one piece. Every day. This tiny ritual tells your cat, food comes through you, not just from a bowl, from you. It builds a direct primal association between your presence and nourishment, between you and survival. That's not manipulation. That's connection at the deepest biological level a cat is capable of feeling. And cats who are fed this way, even just that one small piece by hand, consistently show stronger attachment to their owners than those who aren't. 10 extra seconds at mealtime, every single day. The compounding effect over months is extraordinary. Number 8, give them a window and watch what happens to their mood. This one isn't about touch or voice or ritual. It's about something so fundamental to your cat's emotional health that vets consider it a welfare need. Visual access to the outside world. Cats are hunters by nature. Their eyes are built to track movement across distances in low light at high speed. When a cat spends an entire day staring at the same four walls with nothing moving, something dims inside them. You've seen it. The glazed stillness, the excessive sleeping, the sudden bursts of chaotic energy at 3 a.m. These aren't personality quirks. These are symptoms of a cat whose fundamental need for visual stimulation is going completely unmet. The fix costs nothing. A cleared windowsill, a chair positioned near a window, a bird feeder placed outside deliberately, so your cat has something to watch. Cats who have consistent window access are calmer, more engaged, less destructive, and measurably less anxious. Their hunting instinct gets processed through watching, through tracking a bird, a blowing leaf, a passing car. The stimulation that instinct is demanding gets met in the safest possible way. And here's the emotional dimension that surprises most people. When you create that window space for your cat, when you arrange your home around their need to see the world, your cat feels something, not in a conscious analytical way, but in the way all creatures feel when someone anticipates what they need before they have to ask for it. Seen, considered, loved. Number 9, the grooming invitation. This one makes people laugh the first time they hear it, but stay with me. Because what happens when you allow this is genuinely remarkable. Your cat licks you, your hand, your arm, sometimes your face, if you let them get close enough. And most owners either pull away because the tongue is rough, or they laugh it off as quirky cat behavior. But here's what's actually happening. Allo-grooming, mutual grooming between cats, is the highest expression of social bonding in feline society. Cats only groom creatures they consider part of their inner family. It requires proximity, lower defenses, and genuine affection. When your cat licks you, they are not being weird. They are inducting you into their family, formally, deliberately. And when you pull away, even gently, even without meaning to reject them, you are, in their language, refusing that induction. Let it happen. Sit still. Let them lick your hand for 30 seconds. Keep your body relaxed. Don't laugh. Don't react dramatically. Don't move away. And then, gently stroke the top of their head while they do it. You have just participated in mutual grooming. You have just told your cat, in the most unambiguous terms their language contains, yes, I accept. You are my family, and I am yours. Cats who are allowed this behavior with their owners become profoundly attached. Not clingy, attached. There is a difference. Clingy comes from anxiety. Attachment comes from security. And this is how you build it. Number 10, the last thing you do before you leave the house. And we end on this one, because this is the gesture most people have never even considered. And it might be the most important one on this entire list. Every morning you leave. You grab your keys, your bag, your coffee, and you walk out the door. And your cat watches you go. What they experience in that moment, the specific emotional residue you leave behind, shapes their entire day. Their anxiety levels, their behavior while you're gone, how they greet you when you come back. Cats who experience abrupt departures, owner here 1 second, gone the next, develop something behavioralists call departure anxiety. Low grade, chronic, quiet. It shows up as overgrooming, reduced appetite, unusual stillness, things easily mistaken for personality traits. But they're not personality traits. They're responses to a daily emotional experience. The 10-second fix is this. Before you leave, every single time, find your cat. Don't rush it. Get low if you need to. Make eye contact softly. One long stroke. Say something, anything, in that specific voice that belongs only to them. Then leave. You've just told your cat, I see you before I go. You are not an afterthought. I will come back. Cats are pattern creatures. When this goodbye becomes a ritual, consistent, calm, affectionate, it transforms from a moment of loss into a moment of reassurance. They stop watching the door with anxiety. They start watching it with patience. Because the ritual has told them something the most expensive cat behaviorist in the world couldn't teach them through any other method. You always say goodbye, which means you always come back. And that quiet, unshakable certainty is what safety feels like for a cat. That is what love feels like in the only language they have ever known. Before you close this video, I have one question for you, and I want you to think about it honestly before you answer. Out of all 10 gestures we just covered, which one do you think your cat wants from you the most right now? Not which one you already do. Which one they're waiting for? Drop the number in the comments. Just the number. 1 through 20. And then, go do that one thing today. Right now. Before you forget, come back and tell us what happened. Because the responses we get on this question every single time are things that genuinely stop us mid-scroll. Your cat is waiting. Go find out.